Hello, very welcome back, dear kiddo. I'm again very happy to see you, and today we are extending our knowledge in coiling. Okay, so in this previous video of a cylinder, we have learned how to coil upright. Okay, but today we are going to learn how to coil outwards and inwards. Alright? So in order to move freely with the coils, not just up and down but also sideways. Okay, so just in advance, I'd recommend you to watch through this video once before you jump in and start working, even though I know you're very excited like me. So just watch through the video and then get started when you're ready. Alright, also please don't feel overwhelmed or no panic, no stress. I'll take you step by step and let's have a fun project. Okay, let's make slurry. So slurry is a mixture of water, which you always put first into a container, and the other part or ingredient of slurry is dried clay. So this clay is completely dry, it's shavings from previous work, and now I'm going to break it into the container with the water in, make it as fine as possible. Okay, and in there you can hear it's dissolving, and it could stand for a bit depending on how much water you put in or how thick you would like your slurry to be. I'd say medium liquid form is fine. Not too much water, but not so thick that you can't move it around over the scoring. And that's how we make it. After breaking it in here, I can just wait a bit. If there's too much water, just let it sink down and pour excess water off. Alright, and we're going to use this to join our different sections of the coil pot together. So why we use slurry, not just water, is so that we have a super strong bond between every section, despite the fact that I'm going to put an extra coil in there to strengthen the joint. This is another way of doing it. So the more you work with clay, the more you'll be able to instinctively know how much slurry is necessary where, and sometimes we can use slurry as a coil. If it's really thick enough, clay stiffens, and then we move it around to fill that gap of a joint. Right, then we put it in there. Slurry can also be used as a decorating form. If I take this and smear it on the clay that is wet, preferably wet, can create a texture on the clay. And what I wanted to say, kids, very important, is that thing about instinctively knowing in clay what works or what not. It's kind of like in life. It's sometimes by making mistakes that you know what does work and what does not work. Alright? So in other words, it's really not a problem if you make a beautiful ceramic piece and boom, or crack, it doesn't finish as you hoped it would. We work with it, right? That's how we learn. Cool. Alright, so we are ready to join all these sections that we've been working on, kids, together. What a process, right? So have the base, I've scored around, waited long enough, my slurry is ready, and got a brush. You can also use your toothbrush, and in that scoring you're going to add the slurry all around. Okay, still got my paper to make sure I'm joining the right sections on top of each other. Okay, now it is red going on blue. Right, red on blue. So for red, I also need to add slurry here at the base, all around. Okay, so there we go. And I've measured before. I know this is ready. I'm pressing evenly, supporting with my thumbs on the outside and my fingers on the inside. I support and all around, push down to join red onto blue. And while I'm pushing down, I can ask you, do you know what color I get in paint, for instance, if I mix red and blue? It's one of my favorite colors that comes out. Okay, so there we go. Joined. Got coils ready, prepared. And now, inside here, I'm going to add a coil to strengthen that joint, right? First do the inside, and then we can work on the outside. So I'm literally pressing it down all around as I move along and strengthening that joint. So half of the coil is over blue, and the other half of the coil, which is about the thickness of my index finger, is going over section red. Good. Okay. And with coil, like with any other coil, you work it in all around. So that area is sealed. You're going to put flowers in your vase. You're definitely sure that the water is not going to leak out here. I mean, what a disappointment would it be if you bought beautiful flowers from the shop, or even you can pick flowers from the garden. You're so lucky to have a big garden and looking after the beautiful flowers during the different seasons. Put them in here and you didn't seal well, bummer. Then the water will drizzle out. Over a longer time, not per se all at once. Okay, there we go. So I've neatened this inside, and that section is done for now. So slurry again, I've already scored here. Slurry, slurry. All around. I hope through this you can see that my slurry consistency is in between very runny liquid and extremely thick, stiff liquid, right? So now from red to green, I'm going to join green onto red now. And remember, if you're struggling to neaten the spot, you can use the scrubby side of a sponge, go all around and literally scrub it neat. Okay, we've paddled for shape and now we sponge for tidy, to tidy up, but nothing stops you from picking up your paddling tool, whether it is a yo, that was fun and quite a mouthful, I'd say. Kiddo, I hope that you saw in this session that a really challenging project can be made much easier if we break it down. All right, we move from blue to red to orange to green, and we take it step by step. All right, now for the next video I'm going to show you how to decorate this beautiful flower vase you've built, and for that it needs to be leather hard. All right, so it shouldn't be dry, it needs to be hard but wet. So let me show you and wrap it up. To keep your vase leather hard, here I've got a black plastic. I'm spraying it just a little bit for moisture in the plastic. Take the vase, okay, and fold it up and tuck it in. Fold it up and tuck it in there. Okay, the vase is already stable and therefore I can tuck in the plastic. There we go. All right, great. So till next time, keep well, kiddo.